Okay, I felt as if I have to clarify what I said in my last video on the issue of slavery. What I want to clarify is that although the mistreatment of slaves is wrong, you cannot say that slavery is wrong. You can call slavery by different names, but it's still the same thing. When a hobo finds you on your farm and says, "I'll work for food and shelter," so he's not going to get paid for his work, just giving him food and shelter. Yeah? Are you going to say that's wrong? You have to help out a fellow human being. Yeah? So then you have to say that food and shelter doesn't count as payment. If it counts as payment, then if you look at the slave trade, both East and Western Africa, the slaves were given food and shelter. Does that mean they were paid? No. Food and shelter doesn't count as payment. Right? So then you look at another situation where slavery is right. Yeah? Prisoner of war. You go out there, you slaughtering people. Instead of dying on the battlefield like a samurai, they surrender and give up. We agree to be taken by you and to do with at your discretion. Yeah, if you don't kill us, isn't that humane? But the concept of prisoner of war is also slavery. Yeah, so slavery in those circumstances, yeah, cannot be said to be wrong. But when you mistreat people in those circumstances, like the hobo comes to you, I work for food and shelter, then you start beating him, yeah, and doing stuff with him, that's wrong. You should let him go. If he's not doing what he's promised to do, let him go. You don't have to beat him. You let him go. Or tell him to go, or chase him away, rather than mistreat him. Yeah? And the prisoner of war situation is a bit more dire. Yeah? If the prisoners that you've got do not behave themselves, if they plan uprisings and things like that, then they're still enemy combatants. So, when in war, so you have to kill those. But anyway, slavery in some circumstances is the humane option. Yeah? So you can't generalize and say all forms of slavery are wrong. Yeah? The form of slavery where you're not paying them already, but you're beating them and mistreating them, that's wrong. You should have just let your slaves go. That's wrong. Yeah? So I just wanted to add that, and just to say slavery, not all forms of slavery are wrong, but all forms of mistreatment of slaves is wrong.